Kind of sad to see, but looks like I've already got a hole in my roller, leaking water out. There's basically a crack that you can see that starts right here and runs to about here. So that's pretty lame. Hey, welcome back to another episode of Maintenance with Mike. So today we have got the gravel driveway arsenal ready to go here. So we've got a large roller that we're going to fill with water. That roller will drive over top of the gravel and compact it and crush all the high spots of the gravel down. Those get disturbed when you're running the plow as it starts to warm up, right? So, and the next item we have here is our Kubota BX23S with the BB1248 box blade. What we're going to do is we're going to tilt this box blade back a bit so we're riding on this rear blade, and that'll just give us sort of a smoothing effect. We don't want to use the inside blade because that's just going to chew the driveway all up and disturb it all. And the scarifiers, you want to have those flipped up as well. You don't want to be using those just to smooth the driveway. So we're going to drop this box blade down a bit, and I'll show you how to angle it back. Okay, so you can see we're running almost level here right now. It's slightly tilted back, but not much. And that's where this collar comes in handy. So we want to, I find it easier to let the weight off of the box blade so that this basically this turnbuckle, I guess, or leveler adjuster becomes loose. And what we can do then is loosen off this little stop here, and we can start turning this back. And you'll see, I hope you can see, that we're going to start to ride on the rear blade. And then when I start the tractor and lift it, you'll see it'll become more of an angle now. See how that's angled? See, we're already riding on the rear blade, and we have about a ½ an inch on the inside blade that's still off the ground. We can try angling it a bit more. Oh, this way. But I think we're kind of out of adjustment here. There, that's lots. We're riding lots on the back blade now. Probably a little too much, maybe. Okay, I think that's good right there. And then you just tighten this piece up so it doesn't adjust itself while you're driving. And you want to make sure that nothing's going to get bent here when you lower this. Everything's clear. Okay, I think we're ready to go. This is the steepest section right here. So we're just going to sort of lightly grade this area here to make sure there's no washboard. And then we'll hit it with the roller. This side here, you can see right here where something sunk in. And we've got a little bit of a divot here. So we're just going to run the box blade over that, and it'll pull the gravel into the center and stuff as well. We may have to go over it a couple times. I'll set the camera up here so you can see it go by. And then we're gonna pull the box blade off and hit it with the roller. So the driveway is actually in fairly good shape. This ditch, just for information, this ditch never existed before, and we had a machine here, a KX 040, I think, the big excavator with a hammer, jackhammer on the front of it, hydraulic hammer. And this is all granite and shale and stuff here and rock. We had to hammer this ditch all the way in here because what was happening is the snow and stuff would melt, and it would just run off here and right onto the road, and then the driveway would freeze solid. So now we've got the ditch on the inside berm here, and I don't know if you can tell, but this whole driveway is sloped in this section until the bottom. It's crowned, but in this section it's all sloped to the ditch on the inside, basically to dump all the water in there. So that was the game plan. It is working out really well. So let's jump on the tractor and see if we can run the box blade over this section here. Okay, so we've got the hose inside our roller. We're gonna fill this up and put the plug back in, but in the meantime, while that's filling, we're gonna take the box blade off. So we're gonna set it down on a pallet because once we got the loader and the backhoe back on the machine, I'll be able to move this around with the forks with the loader. So I've got a pallet here. We're just gonna lower this down so we see some slack in those pins. And we're gonna pull these pins out. There's one. And here's the other one on this side. And then what we can do is lower this down, and it'll come down onto that, it'll lower down onto that 2x4 that's there on the pallet. That'll give us some slack on this. And then we can pull the adjustment pin off. Now, I like to put these pins in my little toolbox that I keep on my tractor because every time I go up and grab another implement, I'm always looking for these. Rototiller, brush hog. So we put those in our little toolbox. If you haven't seen this video, you'll see there's a video on the channel of making this little toolbox that bolts onto your ROPS. So that's it. The box blade is disconnected. As soon as this is filled up, oh, look at that. Look at that. The timing is impeccable. sad to see, but looks like I've already got a hole in my roller, leaking water out. There's basically a crack that you can see that starts right here and runs to about here. So that's pretty lame. I've used this like maybe 3 times. I couldn't figure out why there was like a little splash of water on the driveway every time I rolled around. Well, I guess we're gonna have to weld her up. So that's a wrap on today's video. That is my arsenal of driveway maintenance tools, the box blade and the roller. As you saw, the roller did crack, so we're gonna have to take that off and grind it and weld up that crack. It's a fairly cheap roller just from Tractor Supply, but it shouldn't be breaking on the 3rd use. But anyway, we'll get that welded up. Maybe we'll show you that in a video as well. But let's get the water drained out of the tank now. Get the tractor and all this stuff put away for today. We appreciate you hanging out with us for a bit today. If you like these videos, maybe consider sharing them with a family member or friend. And we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.